Alright, while that plays for a moment, I'm gonna go get some water and I'll be right back. I'm calling her shit cause I smash like a roll, so I put my finger right her. Oh shit. Make sure everything is good. Excuse me. Okay, I'm live on both, but let me make sure I can see that I'm live. Bow, nigga. Alright, I can see that. Boom! So, now that I think about it, how many parts are we doing? We're doing 2 parts. So we're gonna watch this general shit and then we're gonna watch some of the individual interviews. Actually, nah, I'm gonna make it all one video. One video. We not editing parts and all that. Yap BGM. Random. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna hit pause. Like I'm saying, no homo. Zoom that out. Exit out of that. Leave this up, leave that up. Boom, boom. I might play some Rivals in between just to relax, just to chill. Actually, no, I'm not. I don't talk enough during that game. Okay, that being all done and set. Move that over here. Let's adjust my camera so that it's over here. And so that I'm over here, all the way over here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Move over way further. Way further. There we go. Move it over some more. There's a pocket I should sit in. What was I doing after that? Oh! Alright, now it's time for the motherfucking intro. Thank you for patiently waiting for me. I'm gonna cut this off for the intro at least. How am I gonna start this off? That's the better question. I got you. 2016 was officially wait. Fucked up my buttons. Hold on. 2016 was officially 20 years ago. Oh, whoa, 20. No. We gonna redo that. XXL's freshman class for 2016 was officially 10 years ago. Now, there's a lot of people at the time who said that this freshman class was great, and there was also a lot of people on the opposite end of the spectrum that said this was terrible, this was the worst XXL freshman class, oh my god, music is trash, this marks the downfall of music. And today what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at this video XXL posted and see if that actually was the downfall of modern music, if that was the turning point that showed us that everything was great, or if when this freshman class came out, we got a new achievement unlocked, and that achievement was future greatness. Because I would like to just point out, the first thing I would like to say about this freshman class is everybody here in some way has either created a crazy legacy or is still relevant. The only one who isn't currently relevant is the sex offender designer. But designer at the time, he was hot as fish grease. He was the reason why people watched this XXL freshman class alongside Kodak Black. Denzel Curry, he's still making bangers. Uzi, come on, it's Uzi. G Herbo, still making bangers. Anderson .Paak, he may not have the largest fan base, but out of everybody here, he has one of the most smooth catalogs out of everybody, some of the most competent, great music possible. What's good to counsel? What's good to counsel? Dave East. I find it funny as hell the way people describe it, but Dave East makes a very specific type of hip hop that his fan base loves and rocks with, and I'm not gonna lie, I'll fuck with. And people call it warehouse worker music. Now look, that's funny as shit. Funny as it may be, it's true. People who love Dave East music, you can't say nothing about Dave East. Dave East can't do no wrong. Lil Dicky, now a lot of people call him a colonizer, and I'm not gonna argue that or fight that. But that show that he made was a kind of cool. Wasn't an original idea, wasn't innovative, but it was decent. 21 Savage, 21 Savage. Kodak Rapist, he may be a rapist, but niggas love Kodak Black. Lil Cooney, I don't like him, but there's a very large sector of people that absolutely fucking love his music and praise him up and down for everything he did. That being said, right now we about to go through and watch these videos and see, did this class age well, or did they age like absolute dog shit? I don't know, only time will tell. In 2016, XXL magazine released its annual freshman issue.
On to the greatest cipher of all time.
Things from the hood, things go to the Crest gang. You can't go there. Gang, bitch. 21. No one could predict the cultural phenomenon it would become.
What?
In your face. What? To your face. What? And it to your face. What? That's a closed case. What is the XXL doing? Because I'm seeing a lot of clips of I don't know. I look. You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. But I find it kind of crazy that this is a cipher full of black artists, and we see one black person in this TikTok compilation, and we see a bunch of in the woods hillbillies. Kind of crazy. It's time to talk about black excellence, black art. And the first thing you show me is a bunch of white people and dogs. Hey, look, maybe I'm the friend that's too woke, but I don't care. I mean to be too woke. It's kind of crazy if you think about it. Oh, but we see a bunch of black people in the flashes. I'm a friend that means to be too woke. I don't know, man.
Freshman
sound better than that little sorry.
XXL puts.
Look, man, there's some things, if it's understood, you ain't got to explain it.
We've done for the past 19 years. Where we
great covers.
predict the next 10 to 12
it just
coming
jumped off a
up that are
cliff.
gonna blow up, maybe being on the cover as a solo artist one day.
Freshman class, in my judgment, has a legacy of being the singular most important look an emerging artist can receive in hip hop.
It's not a popularity contest, and it's not
Yes, it is.
just a rapper. It's who's got the best chance to be a rap star.
It's the most coveted, important place we look to.
Heck, yo, I want to hear black people talk about this. I don't fuck what y'all talking about.
Class, all the way dating back to when it first started, it's birthed a lot of great artists.
I wanted to be a freshman because I remember who y'all had on the list before.
I remember being a
I'm
child.
not gonna lie. Besides 2016, wait.
Freshman class, all the way dating back to when it first started, it's birthed
No, not this one, not this
a
one.
lot of great artists.
Besides 2016, I think it's fair to say that the 2010. Wait, hold on. Let me get the music. Hot take. The two best double XL freshman classes that are tied. Oh wait, no, it's not this one. Oh yeah, it is this one. Let me restart the music. Because I got a spicy ass hot take. Hot take. The two best double XL freshman classes of all time are 2016 and 2010. Because look at how many banger ass niggas is on this list. Just look at this screenshot, because we all know the 2016 list like the back of our hand. But the 2010 list was 20 years ago. Bro, this list got Freddie. Wait, hold on. For emphasis, this list got Freddie Gibbs, J. Cole, rest in peace. It got Nipsey Hussle. What? That's three heavy hitters right there. What? No, wait. Yeah, this is the list I'm thinking about. This got Wiz Khalifa. Wait, hold on. Let me restart the whole take. Because like I need this to be perfect. I need this to be right. Hot take. I think the two best double XL freshman classes of all time are 2016 and 2010. I mean, just look at the heavy hitters they got on here. J. Cole. No, y'all may not know who Pill is, so I'll give y'all a pass, but y'all know who Nipsey Hussle is. Wiz Khalifa. The best double XL freshman freestyle of all time. OJ the Juice Man. Double XL. Freddie Gibbs. Some people like him, some people don't, but I've never heard anybody call him a trash rapper. Mid at worst. Big Sean. J-Rock. Come on now. This list has some crazy heavy hitters. Now, only people on this list that I will say didn't last past their generation is Pill, Fashawn, and Donis. Not saying they were trash, but I don't think they were the best fits. But putting that to the side, I would say that besides 2016, this is the second most successful list, but definitely competing with the best list of all time. Because, bro, this list got straight bangers on it. Now, with the 2016 list, the only thing I would say to argue specifically why it's better is because everybody on the 2016 list except Sex Offender Designer is still relevant. Now, the only one that isn't, that straight up is irrelevant, is Designer. Everybody else is relevant in some way. Lil Dicky, he had a TV show that was cool as fuck. Because that's who I know y'all gonna laser in. What's the other one that I was saying y'all gonna laser in on? Oh, Anderson .Paak. I had to think of it for a second. Anderson .Paak. Now, y'all may not like him, but the music he does make is absolutely amazing. He makes some great vibey music. So to say Anderson .Paak is trash, that's not going to work around here. So I'm telling y'all, I still think if you were to say this list was better, I wouldn't be upset at you. I personally think 2016 is better, but it has been 20 years. Let's give it another 10 years, then have the same conversation. But what do y'all think? I'm a little bit out of rhythm because I ain't even spam my soundboard. Also, let me spam my closed door board. Back to it.
I wanted to be a freshman because I remember who y'all had on the list before.
I remember being a child and seeing the covers always. They were so like monumental.
Everybody else in the studio, this nigga in a car.
I had Cuddy on the list before. Y'all had J. Cole. Y'all had Nipsey Hussle. Y'all had J-Rock.
Double XL is a global platform all over the world.
Y'all had Lil B. You had Mac Miller.
True,
You had
true.
Kendrick.
You can spin the globe and pick
Oh,
up.
actually, wait. What class was Mac Miller and Kendrick? That might be. Hold on. Mac Miller. No. Hold on. I might be tripping. 2011 might be better. 2011 might be better. Hold on. Let me see who was on the cover real quick. Where is it? Open image in new tab. Let's look at it. Lil B, YG. No. 2011 don't compare to 2010. Cause they did have Lil B. Cause say what you want. This might be another hot take. Where is it? Little girl, are you in the room or are you out the room, bro? Now, hold on. Hear me out. Lil B is secretly one of the most influential rappers of all time. Because there are very few artists that have a cultural significance in terms of being able to have their name become an adjective. There's very few people who've had their name or come up with a term that people use. Like, for example, everybody used the example of Lil Wayne invented the term bling bling. 6ix9ine now means snitch. Lil B the bass god. Like, if you tell somebody something they do is bass, instantly that people are gonna know what you're talking about. They're gonna know exactly what you mean. Lil B name over time has became a word, has became a term, has become an adjective. Very few people in music history can say that they've done that. And Lil B's style of music is still influencing artists coming out today. Like that rapper Lil Baby Chief could have done it maybe in a past life. Baby, I just wanna dance. The dude who made that song, I seen a video of him saying his biggest inspiration was Lil B. And I'm not gonna lie, Lil B was a cool ass rapper because like he's one of the first rappers I know. I think we chilling. I think we're chilling. Let me give it a second to catch up. All right, we chilling. But I'm gonna just restart what I said and consolidate it. Hot take, but Lil B is one of the most influential rappers of all time that's still influencing hits and things that's coming out today. Because as I said earlier, Lil B is one of the first rappers I could think of that was good at being both a content creator and a rapper at the same time. Like he paved the path for people like Ron Suno. And even though he came up technically after Soulja Boy, like the same thing Soulja Boy and Ron Suno did in terms of being rappers that was also like making skits and making content outside of hip hop. He's one of the people that made the blueprint for that. Like to this day, people still say based. You know where that comes from? Lil B, the based god. That came from him, nigga.
The next stop is
You coming to the realization that I'm not tripping, I'm not bugging. He's really influential like that. Like I said, y'all gotta give Lil B his flowers, cause even Baby Chief could have done it in a past life. You know, the dude who made Baby, I just wanna dance. Yeah, he said his biggest inspiration was Lil B. So no matter what you want to say, he was the first person to do that. And he's like one of the first rappers I could name that both made serious music and music that was really goofy and fun loving, but still be able to turn around and be taken seriously. Like, I feel like not enough people give Lil B his credit because he's also one of the first like popular rappers that was their own producer in terms of the internet era. Like, he doesn't get his credit enough because most people mostly see him as like a court jester, a clown. But when you really do your knowledge, when you do the knowledge, nigga, you realize that Lil B really don't be getting the credit he deserves because he be making hee hee ha ha hoo hoo jokes. He's really one of them ones if you really go back and do your homework. Alright, so nah, but the 2010 cover, 2010 cover still tops this. It has more solid people. Cause like I know this is Diggy Simmons, but like Meek Mill, when Meek Mill just stick like I'm not gonna hold you. Meek Mill is like one of the few examples of like somebody who genuinely needs to shut up and dribble. Cause like when he's rapping, yo, beautiful. When he stops rapping and he starts talking, it's like, oh boy, please. Please shut the fuck up, bro. Please. Quick, guys, how do I disconnect my Amazon from my Twitter? Like, bro, please stop talking. Diggy Simmons is just all around terrible, bro. Oh, who else? Mac Miller, rest in peace. Mac Miller was great. Kendrick Lamar. YG is great for what he is. For what he does, he's good. But if you ask him to step outside that, it's not gonna happen. It's like wiping your ass and your nose with the same napkin. Shit's not happening. Anyway, going back to the documentary.
I guarantee you they're familiar with the XXL freshman cover.
We wanted to be a part of that legacy and what that might bring.
Not only just being a freshman, but just being a part of that XXL legacy and the history behind it. A part of something that's a real staple in just hip hop and the culture.
When you land on a XXL freshman cover, it can basically jumpstart your whole process. When you land on a XXL freshman cover.
Okay, let's analyze that statement, because why would you show these covers, bro? Oh, wait, no. Why would you show these covers? Let's look at the whatever year, the 2022, so I'm assuming this is 3, 4, 5. All right. Let's put on the bad timing music. Because XXL for the last couple years has been absolute ass. They have been showing a bunch of artists that haven't even lasted the year that they were announced. Like, for example, on this cover, the 2022 cover, there's only 2 people on this cover relevant. Cochise, 3. Babytron, Cochise, and Saucy Santana. Actually, I wouldn't even argue Cochise, because like I like Cochise music, but his music is kind of niche. So the only people relevant are Saucy Santana and I almost said Baby Chief did. Let me just restart the whole combo. In the past few years, XXL has had the worst people on their covers known to mankind that are so bad they don't even last a year that the cover comes out. The only people still relevant on the 2022 cover are Saucy Santana and Babytron, and Saucy Santana has an asterisk to it because Saucy Santana is mostly a meme. Gun in your mouth. Name 2 Saucy Santana songs. Most people is dying. Quiet on the Creek. Pow! That's it. That's all they know. So he's mostly a meme. Can't name most of the other people on this cover besides dude that passed away. Most of the people on this cover I can't name a song by. And if I could, it'd probably be straight ass. Babytron, I feel like he's the only valid person, but he still has his niche audience. Tia Corinne is valid. Too Rare. He doesn't make trash music, but he made microwave oven music. They got DC the Dawn on the cover like 5 years too late. Everybody else on this cover, irrelevant or I can't name. Love Lola Brick. Central C, he's a literal industry plant. Glorilla, she's valid. She has a good cultural impact. She's one of the rare exceptions. Who else they had? Rob 49, regional. The Tyler, regional. Lola Brick, regional. Sleazy World Goat, still haven't heard him. Real Boston Richie, who... The 2024 class, this was the most what the hell class ever. Because, I'm dead ass forgetting her name. What was her name? Lay Banks. She's a good artist. I haven't heard from her in a minute. He's a meme. You the birthday, you the cake. Who? No, wait, Big X the Plug is valid. I just always forget his face. Who? I told y'all he had one song in him. Who? Industry plant. Scarlet, love Scarlet, but who the fuck is that even? Oh yeah, I'm not a rapper, I'm a rock star. Got soft cancels for saying nigga. Jello, who? Baby Chief could have done it on occasion. I'll give, even though he's an AI chat GPT rapper, I'll give y'all credit for that. Lovely no paid, but he's very niche. Who? Colonizer. Eam Triplin is valid. Colonizer. No. A fucking meme. Who? So like, the proof is in the pudding, bro. The proof is in the pudding. Now, there's a lot of things you could blame, like TikTok and all that, but I really blame XXL for just picking fly by night niggas, because like It's a lot of dope, amazing artists out of here, and they just ignore them because they don't think they'll get views. Oh, let me cut the music before I started.
It can basically jumpstart your whole process.
Every year we sit with 50, 75 different artists in person on Zoom where we sit down and get to know them. We hear music that they have going on. The label they're signed to, what their attitude's like, what their reputation's like, what their legal situation's like, what's going to catapult them or what's going to stop them. We never pick immediately. We spend months arguing as a staff over who's going to be the freshman.
XXL is looked at as like the gay
Y'all not arguing enough, bro.
thing. If XXL says that this is the guy, then this is going to be the guy.
That freshman,
No, it isn't.
really meant something. You know what I'm saying? It was like a real
Back in the day.
artist. Like you got
Back in the day, yeah.
and you were solidified.
Oh, 2013 got a good class tool. They had Joey, Macklemore. Sure, that change was cool for his times. And, you know, niggas, Chief Keef. Chief Keef. Logic. A bunch of valid people. Wait, Riff Raff was on here. What the fuck? Oh, no. Schoolboy Q, valid. Trinidad James, valid. Joey Badass, valid. Absol, valid. Logic, valid. Action Bronson, valid. Kirk O'Bangs. We're gonna let the clapping finish. Travis Scott, valid. Oh, Dizzy Wright, that's a throwback, valid. And I don't remember Angel Hayes at all whatsoever. I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. And that's not me trying to diss, that's just me saying the truth.
You were solidified, putting that.
It gives you the opportunity to be seen and heard by fans of the XXL brand, fans of
Wait, hold up. My joint is saying y'all can't see me. Type 69 in the chat if y'all can hear me. If y'all can't hear me.
the cover with you. It does a lot for the ecosystem of
No, it don't. Not anymore.
And so the freshman list every year is a guaranteed conversation starter.
And it helps the rest of us in media, like discover new
conversation starter, yeah, Laura Style.
Think of before.
And not only is it a guaranteed conversation starter, there's no way to garner agreement. It's a feature.
Oh yeah. I didn't even point. Okay, that's my fault. I didn't point out Doechii. Doechii is valid. I want to make that addendum to my earlier statement. Doechii is valid. I forgot to point her out on the 2022 cover. At the time when the cover rolled around, she only really had one song, but Doechii is valid.
And I've spoken to other artists, I'm like, oh my God, I saw you in the freshman cover. They look at me and they've said like, that was fire. So it gives them a chance to like represent not only themselves, but their hometown, who they are.
I think there's not a lot of recognition in hip hop in general. This is almost like the gold standard of early recognition for artists, or the springboard for them to actually gain outside of their traditional fan base.
XXL does a beautiful job of introducing artists to people that don't necessarily have them on the radar.
Even me, I'm like watching and being like, oh wow, this, and then sometimes they'll be like, I don't know who that person is, and then I'll look up their music, and then I'll be like, and I probably wouldn't have looked up their music otherwise.
Nobody's ever paid to be a freshman. We've never gotten anything in exchange for putting somebody on the cover. It is completely coming from a journalistic place. It's untainted.
It's an artist's way of showing like, I made it, I have arrived. Something that we all look forward to every year.
Downside of the internet is the removal of tastemaking, people not respecting people who have.
That is a fact.
The XXL freshman has maintained a cachet of when you see it, you go, I need to stop and see what this is about.
We're doing it because we truly love hip hop and want to make a platform that highlights new artists in a way that no one else does.
At this point, this is how the company makes money.
Freshman.
Nobody buying them damn
Kodak
magazines.
Designer, 21 Savage, Denzel Curry, Lil Yachty, G Herbo, Anderson, Dave East, and don't forget Lil Dicky.
That was really on the cusp.
Not everybody on that cover to say don't forget. You said Lil Dicky. I'm not gonna say it, but
When the internet and SoundCloud were taken over, you saw a lot of artists standing out, being themselves, different style, very proud to be who they are. When there was a little bit more of a uniform.
Not heard of her
When you hit 2016, you were really seeing a shift.
In order to understand why the 2016 freshman class is so special, you actually have
it's a cipher.
Earlier.
It's a fucking cipher.
Blog era. The freshman class always struck me as an effort to kind of rationalize
literally just a cipher
online.
Yeah, at that time, it was a strong division between the youth. and older purists. And XXL is a very respected hip-hop editorial for years and years and years of purists, hip-hop heads, of boom bap.
The 2016 class is kind of the end of the era that had just preceded it. All of the artists kind of in the years leading up to that had really been propagated in large part by the blog.
2014 was a fire class, dude. That was a top class.
There were more sub-strains of it, and the freshman class was a way of saying, let's put some rigor to it. Let's put some order.
Let's put some what to it?
So play some bets.
Huh? At some point, I don't know where in 2016, but I started to realize, like, oh, this is a shipping paradigm.
There was a lot of conversation going on around this time about mumble rap or the SoundCloud rapper. There was a divide coming within the culture.
Shut up, nigga. You made a sorry ass beat.
I feel like I hadn't seen since back
Still making them little sorry ass beats.
Suits.
Right at this pivot point of like where like social media was still a super part of culture and it like, but it wasn't what it is today. So it was just at this perfect inflection point. The good old times versus the new.
Troy Average.
2016 comes along.
K-Camp.
It's still a viable promotion mechanism, but people we used to think of as blog rappers are gone. It's replaced with innovative style, street credibility, real personal.
Yeah, blog rap was different.
Sort of represented
You had to actually enunciate.
lyricism and true street stories. People were tuned into that at a peak in 2016.
Hip hop has always really valued authenticity, and every guy in that class is so unique. You can't bump anybody off of being themselves.
Every time I hear Lil Dicky talk about shit, I just find it funny, but.
In that class, like every single one of us is like a complete snowflake unicorn of an artist who could probably never be influenced to do anything other than exactly like what they believe in their core.
Up until that point, what records came?
He's there to translate it for.
What record came out first? The mixes, the
because they're speaking real clear English. I don't know why this nigga's just.
When it came out, it was all controlled by.
I mean to be too woke.
Do we like the song? Do we not like the song? Do we think it's a hit? Do we not think it's a hit? Before that point in time, you had to walk into a building and ask someone for permission.
When you think of a rapper from Philly, you don't think of Lil Uzi. When you think of Florida, you might not necessarily think about Kodak Black. Initially, you might think about Legacy, Trick Daddy, Rick Ross, but now Kodak is ushering.
Before Kodak, yes.
Atlanta, you don't necessarily think of Yachty. You look at that.
Still don't think of Yachty.
The most diverse.
I genuinely don't.
Perceived.
I'd rather say Migos.
You don't rap.
I'd rather say Killer Mike. I'd rather say Future. Even though he's not from ATL, he's honorary ATL rapper. I'd rather say Gucci. I'd rather say Young Thug. I swear to God, if I say name an Atlanta rapper and yo ass open your mouth and say Lil Yachty, I'm gonna put a gun in your mouth and say who? Bro, I swear to God, out of all the artists from Atlanta, if you say Lil Yachty, you're getting, like, I'm gonna pistol whip the shit out of you, bro. What the fuck did you just... Nobody says, yo, name an Atlanta rapper. Lil Yachty. No. New achievement unlocked. Nigga, you just died. Nobody's saying Atlanta artist, Lil Yachty. No. Outcast. Like, no. And don't try and call me an old head, because I give you newer examples alongside older examples. Get the fuck out of here. Atlanta, Lil Yachty. No, I'll say Playboy Garden. Or I say this nigga. The fuck out of my face.
Class of like individuality, a new generation kind of being ushered in. Climate was just different in 2016, coming out of an era which was pretty much mixtapes, the way you actually got on back then.
Why did they show a bunch of Drake tapes when talking about Atlanta? You run to Atlanta.
Exactly what the streaming era was gonna be.
Run to Atlanta. Oh, I'll say 21. That's another person. I'll say 21. Like, why are niggas so a lot of niggas I would name before Yachty, like, genuinely.
In this list are pure internet stars, which isn't to say they're not tethered to a local city or community. They were never really famous off the internet. Folks like Cole or Kendrick very much were in the mold of traditional 90s or 2000s rappers.
Remember, we were coming off the era where the last traditional superstar came from, where they looked like a traditional rapper. This group of guys all looked with pink hair. Yachty had red braids.
I had my red hair, my braids, and my beats, and people thought I was crazy. They thought I was gay, weird. I'm just like, who is this nigga?
Breaking the norm, going against the grain.
Who the fuck was that?
Like, who is this nigga?
Oh, is that Cochise? Yeah.
breaking the norm, going against the grain, Yachty painting his nails or Uzi his different piercings. We hadn't seen rappers be as,
I wouldn't say visually attractive to the traditional hip hop eye.
But I think if you, as a young person, consuming all of your hip hop content on the internet, you look at someone like Uzi or someone like Yachty, and immediately you're like, you're a creature of the internet.
The copy on the title was a new wave. There was like a pivot happening between like what typically people would be like labeling someone as a great rapper, which is like super lyrical, being a quote unquote rapper's rap.
I don't know if it's the editing or if they're intentionally doing it, but
rapper, and I think the pendulum starts swinging to like this new era of hip hop.
Let's talk about the shoot, please. Show me Anderson .Paak talking. Show me Designer talking. Like, where the fuck is everybody else?
I remember pulling up in the hall.
Barely showing Curry quotes.
And it was early too, and it was super secretive.
Wait, they said what?
And
I want to see what the sound
early too, and it was super secretive.
No tweeting, Facebooking, Instagramming, or any social media under any circumstances violates.
Secretive.
I didn't know what to expect. All we knew was we was gonna get outfits. We needed a couple freestyles ready. That we was gonna be taking photos and all this stuff all day.
I remember the vibe the day of the shoot being pretty upbeat. A lot of industry people
I remember that little sorry ass beat.
behind the scenes, management teams, label reps.
Didn't DJ Drama manage Uzi at the time?
Every artist has their own space, their own room, getting ready, they're preparing. I'm backstage chopping it up.
Everybody was pretty much keeping to themselves. A few people knew each other. I think people were a little nervous. Everybody wanted to do their best.
I remember walking into that room and I was like, why is Weird Al Yankovic here?
I think everyone initially perhaps landed wherever physically they were brought, and everyone was kind of separate initially, but then I just feel like as the day went on, there was a real camaraderie.
I get there that day, I see who I'm gonna be on the cover with. It was dope to me. A lot of those artists I was.
It was like 30 by the way.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count it off. 1, 2, 3. Make sure your eyes are open, here, and good energy on 3.
Nobody on the shoot didn't have the confidence to know that they belong there.
I always felt like I belong. I'm supposed to be here. On some ego shit, I was like, oh, I'm gonna be on the freshman cover. I know I am.
I was a little bit intimidated. I didn't really know how I fit in. Looking around, I didn't know anyone. Everyone I felt had more emotion than me.
I found out Lil Dicky, me and him went to the same college. I didn't know that.
I remember just being in my little corner and just kind of keeping to myself. And then I remember Lil Dicky coming up and being like, man, I'm a huge fan of yours. That made me feel really good.
That day, I nailed everything from the interviews, the one freestyle alone. When you guys came to my room, it's like, it's time for the XXL.
Timmy Turner.
And G
Who's wishing for a burner? Kill everybody walking. Timmy Turner.
I think I got my stuff ready.
That was the first year artists got the beats in advance. Denzel got the wrong beat.
It was not the same beat.
Unfortunately, there was some confusion.
And Kodak got that sorry ass beat.
The beat and Denzel ended up in the cypher with the other 4 guys, with Savage, Yachty, Uzi, and Kodak. And I didn't know at that moment, like, how was that going to work out? Because I don't think Denzel really initially fit into that group. But it was kind of like, this is the beat he got. It landed this way, so we're going to see how it goes.
The category for that, for the most part, seemed to have fit Uzi, Yachty, Kodak, and Savage. People would kind of classify them together. Denzel kind of stood out how people may perceive lyrical rap.
That is true.
I just always thought it was like, shit, if you're a rapper and you get thrown a beat, any beat, go.
By the time you guys was like,
I don't know
okay,
about
we're ready
that.
to start shooting for the cypher. And
Not everybody's that type of rapper. It's not the 90s no more, where in general you're just a rapper. There are some people who genuinely only can rap on one type of beat. It is what it is. Not saying that, like, they're not ass, because they are, but we don't live in that era. But if you're really a good rapper, yeah, that is true. Any beat, you could do something.
y'all was like, who's gonna go first? Everybody looked at me, everybody started looking at each other, and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go first.
Oh my God.
Seems like some shit Zeltron would do. Gangsta Grills. Rest in power. It's all about power. Squeeze 2 lemons together and really all you have is sour. Diesel.
For a second, we'll get to the rapping. The first thing is, how do these guys look?
Kodak came in with Bantu knots. Lil Yachty had red hair. Uzi had purple locks and a purse.
21, just an incredible visage, face tattoo right in the center.
Everyone had their own unique style and presence, and that's what hip hop is.
Nigga, talk about your cipher. Talk about fucking fleshlights on planes. The fuck?
2015 Cypher, that wasn't happening. So something had molted, like something had been sloughed off, and then there was this fresh visual approach to how should a rapper look.
Bitch, you know how they want to.
Yeah. They did everything on their own way. And I think that's why the kids celebrated them. They look at
like out of every cypher, one of the main things that made the 2016 cypher feel real is that one of the things that made the 2016 cypher feel real is that they ad-libbed with each other. It felt like a song instead of, okay, it's your turn to rap, it's your turn to rap, it's your turn to rap, no, it felt like they was actually sitting there rapping and listening to each other. Other past cyphers, it felt like they weren't listening to each other. In the future cyphers, they all trying to be like that. So they all trying to ad-lib and copy it, and it doesn't feel right. And that cypher, you could tell nobody told them to do that. They just did that because they vibe with each other music like that. Like, that's why. The ad-libs, the 90 on your face. What? 60 on your face. What? That's a closed case, huh? Shoot them down like a fucking lawnmower. Who the fuck made this little sorry ass beat? Like, it really felt like when they ad-libbed, it was like they was in a part ciphering and somebody just brung a camera and good audio equipment. It didn't feel like they was all called to a studio and told to freestyle cipher and all of that. That's why the cipher was so crazy, because it felt like they were rapping with each other. They weren't rapping amongst each other like, you niggas is my crowd. It felt like they all had an ego as to I'm good, but not an ego as to I'm so good, I'm better than you and I can't work with you. No, they was working with each other in real time in them ciphers.
It wasn't necessarily like the MCs that everybody's always so thirsty.
Skirt, tie. Okay. And he kept rapping. It really felt like they weren't told to do that. They just did that shit.
We're all around creatives.
Man, the kid I was, red hair, wearing my boss's chain, because I didn't even have a chain yet. It blew so big because you had never seen it before.
The second thing that's happening is these guys are so happy to be hanging out with each other.
The energy in the room was really the beginning of what the future of hip hop is gonna look like, because that's what it feels like. The kids took over the house.
They're laughing, they're doubled over, they're smiling, they're watching other people get bars off and being like, oh my God.
It just felt like the guys were just really living in real time and being present. Unlike me, when they were doing that cypher, I was probably like in the hallway, like practicing. And trying to make
sure. Say it. Validate me, black man. Say it. Validate me, black man. Shut the fuck up.
Be like for themselves. Boy, did that work.
The guys were ad-libbing each other.
Yeah, that was
Almost like they was just horsing around, which was dope because in a cypher, like a lot of times it's one of their biggest opportunities. People take it very, very seriously.
The magic of the video is, damn, these guys like each other. And they're really happy to be representatives of this generation.
What? 30 on my waist. What?
30 to your face.
What?
60 to your face.
Damn, 30 to your face. That's a closed case.
One of the things that stood out.
Yeah, you washed up.
16 cypher that was popular was
washed up.
Called it the sorry ass beat.
One of the producers that provided
was when the main things that stood out from that 2016 cypher that was so popular was when Kodak called it.
That shit got me to death.
One of the producers that provided some of the beats, Sick With It, he was at the shoot, younger kid, and he was super excited about the opportunity.
Man, Kodak did not like that fucking kid.
Fuck made this little sorry ass beat from the ugly corners, man. Them little sour ass streets.
Said who picked this sorry ass beat? The whole entire set.
World. The whole world.
Guy over there, he laughed too.
I ain't gonna lie, I had my phone and I was recording and
wait, was he the one who made the sorry ass beat? Well, nah, y'all should have did what you know you were supposed to do and put producer of the sorry ass beat and the iconic 2016 XXL freshman cypher. That's what y'all should have put. Stop fucking playing.
I had my phone and I was recording, and the moment he said what he said, I literally just went.
standing there watching the next front runners of the rap game, and one of the biggest pretty much disses his beat. Probably didn't feel good about it.
I remember them saying, a producer saying, like, this guy produced it.
I had a conversation with myself that happened very fast, and it said, not everybody likes your stuff, bro. Like, and that's okay, because that's the kind of skin you have to have in this game. I looked back, I looked forward, and I was like, it is what it is. Let's roll with it.
I want to see that footage, bro. Yeah, goodbye. They did fly.
I ain't even gonna lie, this is a garbage ass beat.
Here's the thing.
Why'd they leave that?
Covers. When a freshman cover comes out, you kind of want to figure out if the team hit it or missed it.
People always got something to say about the XXL list every year, or who made the list every year.
Obviously, you're highlighting the artist. That comes with everything that artists come with, but it also opens up the conversation.
It's just a big stepping stone in general for hip hop, but the public response was different.
You got people in the media space who now get an opportunity to talk about the cover and talk about the class.
I remember not being initially impressed. These were not names that I, at that time, as the backpack East Coast purveyor of hip hop nerdery that I am, I don't think I had been ultra excited.
You got the fan base who get a chance to engage with one another and argue in the comment section about the class.
That is very, very true.
There was this one where they photoshopped garbage bags all over them, which I thought was so foul.
At first I was disappointed.
It's fucking hilarious.
Back on it now though, like, let's be real, 2016 probably produced some of my favorite artists ever.
I know one thing, after we got that cover, our shows went up, opportunities went up. We used it as leverage for a lot of different things, and it gave us access to a lot of different things.
I feel like what it really did was like make me and my friends want to do like our own versions of ciphers.
They laugh about it now because, again, they proved so many people wrong.
They did.
Clothing, podcasting, whatever realm that comes with hip hop, I feel like we all are still doing our one too.
There were people.
Except for Desire.
These are the main
guys. That nigga just jerking off on planes and shit.
And it just continuously changes. So I feel like it's important to just look at this whole thing and see how music evolves over time.
Almost every artist that we sit with wants to be part of freshmen. Most of them talk about how influential the 2016 class was. You've got these young artists now in 2026 coming up.
Nigga, did they green screen that shit?
You've got these young.
You could have just played it on an actual fucking phone. What the fuck?
Coming up, how influenced they were by a class from 10 years ago.
For me, I was 12 years old. I was probably in this is like my introduction to like me finding rap.
Why was the 2016 class so big? We all had a different sound, a different stat,
That is true.
different outlook. We still very relevant.
Literally all of them.
2016 is the best class. I mean, when you go back,
Even if you don't like Desire,
the accolades are what people have done, you'll see. These are the guys, and they still are the guys.
We've seen moments where people put the cipher in their baby's bassinet when the baby's first born.
Showing all white babies.
Or they've shown it to an ostrich, or they've shown it to a fish that they caught.
It gave me a boost of confidence, the extra push that I needed to just go out and deliver, to go out and know that I was here to stay.
I think it brought way more eyes to what I had going on than I had before.
Just being in that one class.
This is why I think they need to change the fucking format.
The odd man out.
That was my first time being on a real cover of a magazine that I personally used to read. So that to me was like even a sign, like I'm damn near where I'm trying to get.
It meant so much to me because I was a kid looking at the interviews, Travis Scott, Lil B, and it just felt good to be a part of some history.
I come from a block where you seen it but never saw shit. I be at the juice bar, my wheat grass and bark shit.
I'm all time like the wall at the bank, you know shot like you're drawing a blank. I'm the king of the mischievous South, and this one goes to all the hoes that be screaming it out.
A couple of the freestyles dropped. The one that like come to my mind like first is Timmy Turner.
If you go back to my 2016 best singles of the year list, that's my #1 song of the year. This kind of like low guttural blues tone mixed with Atlanta cadence.
Nigga, oh my gosh. Low key, shout out Trap Terrell. If y'all don't know who Trap Terrell is, look up Trap Terrell, Timmy Turner. When niggas say we don't have no modern storytellers, I'll be like, Cap, Trap Terrell.
So stark, shot, so
grizzled,
and it's so short. You fall into it, you get shaken around by it, and then you get like spit back out into the real world.
It was high as fuck.
What I think made our class, the 2016
It was high
class,
as shit, bro.
was just the influence that we had as artists.
We've seen Lego sets of the freshman class, art that's inspired by the freshman class, and people who have drawn it or made t-shirts of it or made their own pictures of it, tattoos that people have gotten.
All right, that's
keep going on every year. 10 years later, we still see new stuff.
Rolling on my wrist. Rolling
on my list.
What? 30.
There we go. Show some Negroes.
Your face.
Show some melanated people. Thank you. That's what I want to see. Back to the Caucasian.
To have been a part of making something that had that impact.
Hip hop is everywhere, and it's more than just music. It's culture, lifestyle, expression, it's fashion.
I know somebody shitting themselves that they saw DDG.
We work for. It's become.
Holy shit, Pooh Shiesty is such a. That nigga should have went so fucking far, but he didn't.
This tool of aspiration that we can take our new artists to.
Wait, yo, what year was Pooh Shiesty? 2019, I
Tool
think.
of aspiration that we can take our new artists to.
NLE the Great, what?
We work for. It's become this tool.
Is that what that shit said?
We can take our new artists to.
Alright, nigga, shut the fuck up, NLE Chakra. Your mama named you Cassius!
You can't get on the cover without having already proven something. But once you make that cover, it opens so many eyes and so many doors.
There's nobody that's been for the freshman class at its their career. Part of the rites of passage at this point.
She got shot in the foot and was twerking on live the next day.
You know, within hip hop, we're coming up on 20 years of freshman class. Look, who's who of who's been who in the rap game have been a part of that cover.
XXL has been around since the 90s. This is a heritage magazine at this point that still is trying every year to help set the agenda for the future. That's not really what's happening in the rest of media.
XXL is possibly the only platform that celebrates new artists that way, giving them a cover, giving them a voice, giving them an opportunity to not only showcase their talent, but where they're from.
Freshman is a tool, you know, for you to put in your bag and take along the way, just like a billboard, just like a big opportunity somewhere else. And it's really what you do or what you make with it of how beneficial it will be to you.
Christian rapper doing gun fingers. All right, buddy. Seems like a very secular motion to me.
2016 class is not the most influential when it comes to rap. I think the 2016 class was influential when it comes to how artists present, how we put out music, what rap can do for you.
There are just stars in there. They're like the people that have been in there have just gone up and up and up. Headlining stadium tours with Bruno Mars, or they're making their own TV show. There's just such a wide variety of stardom in there.
I've talked to so many people over the years. I'm just like so blown away. They could care less about anything else. When I was on that cover, for a lot of people, that was what signified me making it. This year, I was Times 100's most influential person. Those things are in the same bracket, I feel like.
Once you get on that cover, history, you're a part of a conversation that now includes the fan base of everybody else on the cover.
All of those guys from that XXL class look back and say, wow, we really did something special. They'll look at themselves as the pioneers of that era of music. And honestly, for XXL to be able to identify that group says a lot, because it's easier to get it wrong.
Like I said, except for Josiah Einer, everybody's still relevant.
I think XXL got it right. Hell yeah. 1,000% right.
2036 Cypher will probably go crazier than the 2016 XXL Cypher. We don't know.
But it always comes from a place of putting the artists in a good spot, highlighting them, giving them an opportunity, celebrating them.
Engaging every year with young artists and saying, we want to be a part of your journey and we want to help shape this whole party that we're all at. That's a huge thing that I imagine will never go out of fashion and also will never not be controversial.
Kind of crazy how they're celebrating the 10th anniversary of 2016 and not any other class. Just want to put that in there. Now we're gonna watch a couple of the interview, like one-on-one interviews.
Relationship.
A couple of the one-on-one interviews from some of the artists and see what their thoughts are and how it adds on to what was talked about. Hey, hold up! Shout out Dress God, nigga.
A long time ago, he told me you can't take everybody with you.
Facts.
I'm the type of person to like try to take everybody with me. You can't say fame doesn't change people. Fame changed people to a certain extent, but it changed the people around you even more. Because they don't see you as the same person.
You're at a stage and a point in your career where the discussion of legacy has to be had. Talk to me about what legacy means to you.
Tell you the truth, drama, I don't know what the fuck that shit means to me.
What do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be like, this guy wasn't afraid to do something that he believed in and wasn't afraid to put in other people on.
He succeeded in that, definitely.
That's what I want my legacy to be. This man made his own lane, was able to do it his way, was able to get the accolades he deserved, and was still trying to help people. That's all I want.
When you think about the legacy of 2016 freshman class, what is it?
Oh man, most legendary class all around. To be honest with you, I don't think there will be no other class that's gonna beat that class. Even giving respect to the ones before us, because they paved the way for us to even have that.
Y'all have the highest success ratio of any cover, for sure.
However you wanna look at it, we're the most successful class. Yachty said,
That is objectively a fact.
let's say we are the most successful class. They can't take that away from us, you know what I'm saying?
You mentioned it, like you said, it's not just about the cover, but it's about what you do with it. And I always like to compare it to like once that cover happens, you around your peers, and then you get in the league, and then you on the court. Did you ever feel like competitive nature or kinship with your class, and like how did that affect you being in the game and like I gotta make my name and my time?
When the list came out and seeing 21 go crazy and seeing Uzi go crazy, even Anderson .Paak doing the Super Bowl, it just keeps me on my toes and it just keeps me going.
I forgot he did do the Super Bowl.
You know,
give it up for Anderson .Paak. He did do the Super Bowl. That's an actual fact.
Doing and still maintain.
And it was fire. Let's also make sure that's said. It was fire too.
Competitive nature when it comes down to me, because in hip hop, it's embedded in that. You want to know who the best in the neighborhood, right? A lot of people battle. It's just always going to be a part of that. It's always going to be a part of hip hop. But for me, it was always a part of that. Having my peers, you know, them being successful help me be successful. And I'm gonna always give them credit because they make me better. And I just hope with my
make me better.
The same thing, because I feel like that's how we hold each other up as a community, for real.
Stay on success. Define success to you and tell me, like, what's the difference between success then, 2016, and success now, 10 years later?
Success then,
That's an interesting question.
the recognition, the cosigns, people see me, the money. That was what I was like thinking about. Now, what I deem as success is
My audio quality gets a little bit worse. Sorry, I'm hot.
groceries. Can I go where I please? Yeah, that's successful to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just up and where I please. Can I pay my bills? Can I fill my refrigerator up with groceries? Can I go where I please? Yeah, that's successful to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's real.
Up and be like, yep, I'm gonna just fly here today. Back then it was like just material. Now it's more so freedom to do what I want to do.
That's a valid definition.
Like, you try to help people out, you try to bring people in, and then they get disillusioned or they feel ungrateful or they feel like they blow it. And the ones that stuck with me are on the team to this day. Like, a lot of this stuff I couldn't do it alone. And that was one thing I had to realize about being famous and doing this stuff. Like, your real people will hold you accountable for things you do. Don't
Very
let
factual.
it go to your head. Don't let money go to your head. Always be about what it's been about, which is the art. So that's all I've been about, just art.
Cheers to that.
I definitely feel like he's he's the most level-headed out of all the double XL freshmen, out of like everybody, because I feel like he's been able to show his personality in ways that actually like show that he's a person, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of the other freshmen, they either hide behind personas or like they're just piece of shit people that you don't want to hear from.
Another 10, another 20, another 30 of success.
All right, next one. We're probably gonna breeze through these because these are more interviews, so I won't have much to say.
Of me as a person and my music. I got die-hard fans, they fuck with me.
That is true.
Whatever you a fan of me for, let me promote certain things. The message I'm putting out or what I'm talking about, you know?
Dave East is one of those rappers that people don't recognize it, but Playboi Carti fans and Dave East fans are the same people 15 years apart. Cause like, it sounds stupid, but when you really pay attention, Playboi Carti fans, you say anything about Playboi Carti, then he's the greatest rapper ever touched this earth. It's 100 niggas at your door, 100 fucking vampires, whole lot of Reddits and a piece of shit garbage ass album. It's the greatest thing ever. And now they trying to bite your arm, asking for invitations in your house like sinners and shit. Davies fans, you say Davies is trash. It's 10 niggas in fucking vintage soccer jersey taking turns pistol whipping you. You said, what about my man Davies? He was really out here. Davies was really out here in these streets throwing them pistols, moving them bricks. Don't you ever say nothing about Davies. I will beat your ass for longer, but I gotta get up and go to work in the morning. And in the morning I gotta hear
The next stop is
the warehouse I gotta go to work at. It's the same thing, but they're 15 years apart. I swear. So when Davies says he got people that mess with his personality more so than they just mess with his music, he is not lying. And congratulations to him. Because I give it to him. He does make some good music. Davies is one of the rare few like street hood rappers that I actually would want to listen to an album from. I swear to you. Like, it doesn't make sense unless you've seen it. Davies fans and Playboi Carti fans we're just born 15 years apart. Hold up, this be hard. Hold on.
Peace.
Hold on. What did that wall say? I'm not a real person, I'm a legend. What?
Peace. My dog, my brother.
Doesn't matter if you're a legend, you're still a person.
Yes, sir. Salud.
Salud. Celebration of 2026, 10 years ago, 2016. I'd already known you for some time, a couple years, but at that time I knew Davies the MC. Now it's Davies, the MC, the businessman, the actor, the entrepreneur, the philanthropist, the podcaster.
That's nothing, man. Yeah, shout out that podcast, buddy.
It's been a fast and slow decade.
I meant to press the clap button. I meant to press the clap button. They're literally right next to each other. I meant to press the clap button.
I wanted to get out the projects. That was success. Let me get a crib and a Range Rover. You feel me? That was my success. Now it's like thinking way different, bro. I want to own real estate. I opened a store in Harlem. With having children, I just started to do different things that they can have a part of or they can own. One day I could give to them that don't have really nothing to do with me actually rapping.
That's my shit. Yo. Twitch, what's going on? I'm gonna take a swig of some water and let Twitch load a little bit because Twitch is tweaking. Twitch is twitching. Give it a second. All right, we chilling, we back.
Let's take it back. A XXL freshman class 2016, arguably the greatest XXL freshman class of all time.
That's what they be saying.
When I say that, what comes to mind? How does that feel?
That's heavy. I'm a part of that. It's legendary in the fact that it's still so relevant now. Just watching everybody's career and with everybody that was on that cover, what they've done over the last decade is remarkable. I feel like we still so relevant. Whoever's your favorite or whoever you chose to rock with on that cover, we still doing what we doing.
I think the culture chose all y'all, really.
You know what I mean?
What do you think the legacy of your class will be?
I think our class is one of them classes that is going to create other generations, just from the different sounds.
It has.
Different stats.
So that's valid.
I feel like it was enough on that cover, artist-wise, for you to kind of pick and choose who you might want to influence you, who you might want to model what you trying to do after. The spectrum of sounds on that cover was so broad, like, you know what I mean?
Like, it's legit one of the few covers that had 10 different sounds.
That's what's going to be the energy or be the motivation for generations to come.
Like, there's very few covers like that, and that was one of them. All right, I should be good. I should be back. I'm gonna wait till I get a visual showing me that I'm back. Let me see. Am I back? Am I back on the sack smoking crack like it's not whack? Okay, we good.
In the same year that the freshman class.
Same year.
So that journey as a father in a responsible setting, and then as an artist have been kind of like coinciding this whole
The entire time.
How does that change your perspective when it comes to your music, your art, your craft?
I'm just more conscious, I think, now about lyrics and what I'm actually saying on songs, because it might be the little homie that just had his daughter. I might be more relevant to him than his own family. just based off the music I've put out or the ways I move. So I'm constantly.
What did I say? Davies fans are Playboy Cardi fans born 50. Davies fans are Playboy Cardi fans born at the same time as Playboy Cardi.
Always thinking about that. You might hear my music or see me doing this, doing that, but I'm a father first, a good brother first, I'm a good friend first, I'm a good son first, like before all the other extra shit.
In order to be a successful artist in today's time, you have to have style, you gotta have confidence, you gotta have talent, you gotta have originality, you gotta have a business sense. You gotta have those 5 components.
Did he name 5 components just now?
You gotta have original. To be a successful artist in today's time, you have to have style, you gotta have confidence, you gotta have talent, you gotta have originality, you gotta have a business sense. You gotta have.
Okay, I missed the first 2. Okay, I'll give you that. Why didn't they use these beats back then instead of that sorry ass beat?
Can you believe that it's been 10 years since 2016 XXL freshman class?
Nah, bro, time is moving. When I look back at it, it seemed like it hasn't really been 10 years for real. 10 years is so long, but you know, in this industry, in this business, it go by like this.
When I think about that cover too, I mean, it's ultimately the most successful XXL freshman class cover of all time.
For me, it was like a real
objectively
kind of affirmation. I always been a fan of XXL, and I always wanted to like make the cover, like even previous years before I caught it. I really feel like it was divine timing when I did though. 2015, 16, and 17 was like some of the best years in like rap and hip hop for my generation.
Right.
21, Yachty, and Vert. You know, music kind of like change every few years. Not focus on trying to make like melodic records or focus on trying to make hit records. Just rap and do you. People gonna appreciate it. That helped me a lot to just kind of like stay in my lane. I tell people this a lot too. I tell artists, if you just find what worked for you and stick to it, no matter how long it takes, gradually you just gonna keep climbing up the ladder. I think that's what I did over the course of that 10 years. That's why I went by so fast.
Yeah, when you focus on you and what works for you, life is a lot simpler, bro.
What does success look like to you in 2026 that might be different from 2016?
Success is being able to, of course, do what I love, but to do it at my own pace, on my own terms. Balance fatherhood, about to get married, and still being able to navigate through the industry, have success at this level. Like close to 15 years in the game, still being able to go tour, sell out shows, take time to work on my project. Like I try to stay ahead of the curve with dropping music, but at the same time, when it comes to between like albums and those monumental projects, you know how artists, you drop projects, but the one that's like, all right, this is a statement piece.
For sure.
This is a statement piece. Sometimes it's a year, 2 years in between you putting those projects together for your fans to like stick with you and wait on you to do that. That's the success. Other than Went Legit, I never really had like a real big hit record. I feel like I had
what the fuck?
Records that stuck in street records, but I still never cracked that real global mainstream record. I'm not chasing it, but I'm still working on it. Like I still want that for myself to see how it feels.
You know, maybe I'm bugging, but I feel like Herbo's had hits. Like what is niggas talking about? Hold on. What? Let me look at something. 2 million subscribers on a channel that just drops music, by the way. Because I feel like G Herbo's got hits. Went Legit, 120 million. Sessions, PTSD, that was a hit. Fraudin' With It, that was a hit. Let's see. Oh, Kill Shit, that's earlier. That's not on here. But that was a fucking hit. Statement. Just Balls. Party in Heaven, that was a fucking hit. Never Kid. What was the song he did with Uzi? That shit was a hit. Oh, Kill Shit is on his page. Kill Shit is a fucking hit. What was the song? Bitch, Everything. That shit was a hit. Get In With Me, that was a hit. Hold on, because G Herbo got hits. I feel like that may be his biggest hit of all time. Fair. But I do feel like he got hits. Oh, Who Run It? That was a fucking hit. All right. We are back. We are back. We are back. And I am still black.
Feel and to be able to have that is just gonna skyrocket my career in a way that I've never seen before. When I think about that kind of stuff, it just really gives me the push to just do you, just live in the studio.
I'm not gonna lie, that shit ruined the move, but yeah, Herbo got hits. What the fuck do I want to do? Do I want to do Marvel Token? You know what? Me rebooting this stream back up. That shit made me fucking mad. That shit made me fucking mad.